All right, we finally made it. All right, we made it to the end. We started off with the company man making a video about what's the dirt. What's the dirt responded. The company man responded to what the dirt. Now what the dirt is apologizing. You look sad. You all right, bro? It's okay, man. Look. It's okay. Get up, man. You live to fight another day. It's okay, man. It's okay. Listen. I still got hope in you, man. But this is just a lesson learned, man. Some things you shouldn't need to talk about. Some things you just want to leave alone, man. And it's just a teachable moment. So hopefully you can, hear people perspective and, kind of understand why people feel some type of way about the stuff you was doing, man. It's going to be okay, though. So let's listen to what the Dirk's apology.
Okay, guys. So this what I'm about to do right now on the channel is completely something I've never done before, something I never wanted to have done, something I've feared personally that I would have to do. And I'll get into why I feared this, but most of you guys aren't even going to know what I'm talking about right now, first off. Most of my subscribers aren't even privy to what I'm about to say, but it's important that I do it here on YouTube. I got an apology to make to someone. I got an apology to make to the culture more than anything of hip-hop. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll try my best to lay out a storyline so you can understand. So I dropped the Family Matters video breakdown 4 or 5 days ago. It didn't get a very good reception. People were angry. People didn't like it. And from there, not only was I seeing this in the comments or on Twitter, I was seeing it everywhere. I was getting a lot of hate from this video. Lots of creators made videos about it. People were going off on me, right? I was getting it from all angles. One creator in particular also made a video about it, critiquing it. His name is Justin Hunt. If you've been in hip hop for a while, you should know who he is. He goes by the company man on YouTube. I'll link his channel here in the description. Justin made a critique video about Family Matters, right? And this is going to sound kind of fucked up, but Justin is actually someone that I respect. And what I'm going to get into later is going to probably confuse you that I would say that, but Justin's an OG journalist in hip hop, right? I've been watching him for a long time. And when he finally did, he actually made videos about me before. He's complimented me in interviews. And when he did compliment me in an interview, I was hyped because he's the company man. He's Justin Hunt. So I was hyped off that because he's, whenever I would get feedback from anyone in the culture, like whether it be Joe Budden or Elliot Wilson or whoever, whenever I get a shout out like that meant a lot to me as an outsider because that always told me I've been doing something right. When I get one of these guys acknowledge me, people that I grew up watching and look up to, and then they give me a shout out, that was always an amazing feeling for me, especially being a white dude from Canada, right? So I always tried to hang my hat on getting little shout outs like that. So when he did shout me out, it felt good. I was always a fan of him. But Justin makes the video about Family Matters. He makes the video and he has some critiques, right? Being all what was going on around me at the time, what did I do? I didn't take the critiques. I didn't take it like a man. I acted like a child. And
I like where you're going with this because that's exactly what you did. So you're taking the accountability. I can respect it. I can respect people admitting like, dang, yeah, I messed up. Nobody's perfect. So I don't expect this man to be perfect. This is just a teachable moment. So I like the direction that he's going. He's taking accountability. He could have handled I want to say criticism, but the opinions of people. He could have handled that differently, but he was in his feelings, He's so used to getting praise that, he didn't know how to take the opposite of what he's used to, right? I wouldn't say hate. I don't think people hated the breakdown. It was just obvious things that just didn't sit well. So people just voiced their opinion. So I can appreciate him taking accountability. Okay.
I decided to make a video completely bashing Justin on Twitter. I took basically what I've worked out in my head is I took all the hate and frustration that I had and I basically singled it all on one person. Mm-hmm. And he was basically the target. Everything that I said to him in this video was a reflection of all the hate I was getting, and I was trying to address pretty much all the hate and direct it on one guy. And I said a lot of stupid shit. You could see in the video I'm angry. You could see I'm not coming from a place where I'm stable. You could see I'm pissed. I'm name calling. I'm calling him an idiot. I'm undermining his intelligence. And this guy is, first off, he's super fucking smart, but he's very well respected in hip hop as a journalist because he's earned that, right? Like I said, it's someone I watched. So when I do this, I don't know what the fuck's going through my head, but just sheer frustration and anger. And as I'm making this video, my girl can hear me screaming on the mic, so she comes in and tells me, "What are you doing? No, do not stop, Matt." And I said, "No, I got to do this. I got to start clapping back at people." Like I was taking his critiques very personally, And getting back to me respecting him, I think that's why I took it even harder. I think that's why I even took it harder because I looked up to him. So when he was saying these things about my content, I think it just hurt that much more, coupled with all the other stuff that was going on. At the end of the day, I'm not perfect, but I'm telling you guys right now, my response to him was disgusting. It was. I am ashamed of my response to him, but not just am I ashamed of my response to him, I'm even more ashamed of how, I won't say forced him, but he made a response video to me. And for as long as I've been watching this man, he's a kind soul. He's a good guy. Great guy. For as long as I've been watching him, I don't think I've ever seen him in a lick of drama. Not now. Some of you guys might correct me and say that I've never seen him angry. I've never seen him put anything out but good, honest content. And the video that he made about me today, I think he posted it today, that's what's even more embarrassing for me, is that I actually made this very decent human being angry. And I was, that's really why it's embarrassing, is out of all the years he's been doing hip-hop journalism, I'm the guy that made him react this way, which is sickening, really. Because that's not something, you know, he's got a legacy. He's got a legacy. And now I'm that guy. I'm the guy that made Justin Hunt react this way, which he's completely deserving of, by the way. Everything he said in his video is valid. 100%. 100%. I said some things to Justin outside of the video. For example, I called him a Carlton. For those that don't know who that is the character on Fresh Prince. Anyone that knows, right? Anyone that knows. I do want to preface by saying Justin's video about My Family Matters, basically his main critique was that I lacked nuance to talk about certain things in hip-hop. Not just hip-hop, but black culture, African-American culture. He said I lacked that nuance. And whenever anyone would say that to me, I would take it as a huge insult, because I looked at it like, I've been listening to hip-hop since I was...
Man, just stop. You being just stop. Just don't, because you're gonna piss people off. Look, I'm liking your apology. I mean, not that it matters if I like it or not, but the apology seems sincere so far. You know what I mean? You're doing it the right way. You're taking accountability. You are listening to things where you messed up at and things you could have done better, but just stop. This is the point where you need to stop. Don't make this worse than it is already. Just don't talk about some things you don't need to talk about. And it don't matter what you listen to. We're talking about our lives. You're just listening to stuff. We got to live with this. All right. You talking about I've been listening to. That has nothing to do with being a black man or a woman in America. We got to live through this bullshit. All this shit that we deal with. So it's nice that you've been listening, but we got to live it. So some things you just don't want to just go to the next topic. Okay. Nobody cares about what you're listening to. So what you're trying to do is trying to justify, oh, I think I can give my opinion about black people because I listen to black music. Just stop. You're going to piss people off.
Like 8, 9 years old. I became obsessed with this when I was a kid, flicking through magazines. I became enamored with this culture from an extremely young age, and that just never changed. But it's only now I'm realizing the knowledge of the music is not enough. The knowledge of the music is only one part of it. And because I had this, and because I watched all the movies and all the pop cultures, all that stuff, because I had this knowledge, I felt like when someone would say, you don't get it, that would always offend me. And when I'm getting to the Carlton thing, when I called him that, really what I meant by it, in my mind, was that he's like a straight edge type of dude, and that's it. Not knowing at all how the gravity of what that word means or what that represents. I had to have, even when I posted it, even when I called him Carlton, I didn't understand why I was getting hate. I did not. I was like, what? Like, if I knew it was that bad, I wouldn't have said it.
Exactly. You don't understand. So that's the point. You don't understand. So don't talk about something just because you've been listening to hip hop. That gotta be the dumbest thing anyone could say. That they understand a culture because they listen to music. You don't understand somebody's culture by listening to someone's music. Yeah, you can enjoy it just for entertainment, but we got to live through this. You talk about listening. No, we talking about living as a black man, as a black woman. So just stop, man. Don't talk about that no more, man. Because I'm telling you, you're going to piss a lot of people off. People trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because you do make good work. You do make good work. You have great research skills, but some things you just need to leave alone, man.
But basically, a friend of mine explained it to me. He's like, bro, you basically just called him like an Uncle Tom. Like, like he's trying to be white. And I'm like, that's not what I meant at all. He's like, no, I know, but calling someone Carlton in certain circles, that's like fighting words. That was also new to me. I didn't know that. So basically, Justin claiming that I lack these nuances for certain parts of culture, I proved by calling him Carlton. I proved that, right? That's just one example of it. There's a lot of things I'm realizing now that there's things that I just don't get. And I never ever sat here and said, I'm going to get absolutely everything right in my videos, but I think I got really comfortable. I think I got really comfortable talking about black culture, way too comfortable.
I like this. I like you admitting that you got comfortable just because you're listening. I like this apology, and I appreciate it. This is a good apology because you are understanding that you don't understand. And now you're starting to understand that certain things that you shouldn't talk about. And you're understanding that you don't know black culture just because you're listening to black music, hip hop. That doesn't mean you know about the black culture. All you're doing is just listening to it for entertainment. So I can appreciate him realizing that. I like it.
Because I was getting, when I did like Euphoria and 616, right, I was getting an overwhelming amount of people telling me like, you get it. You're a white guy that gets it. Like, you're one of us. Like, you can come to the cookout, bro. You're there. You're with us. I got my pops cooking up, some food for you right now and stuff. Like, lots and lots and lots of that. And I guess I let it get to my head in a bit where I was thinking I could crack off these little jokes and stuff because they've embraced me. Like, I felt like I was part of this thing, right? I'm a guest, and I've always said that I'm a guest. Which, like I said, when I got feedback from people like Justin, that validation was invaluable for me as a creator, a young creator, God just coming up. But I made a critical mistake by saying the things that I said to that man. He didn't deserve it. He's the last person that deserved it. It is shameful that I did it, but I got to come on here and air my grievances and apologize to him. Apologize to him, not first as a man, first and foremost. Secondly, as a very respected journalist. And lastly, I got to apologize to the culture because a lot of people did put a lot of stock in my opinion and stuff, right? Or my ability to do research. And I don't want to let anyone down. Like, I do this because I really do love it. I'm not happy with the way I responded to Justin. I'm not happy at all with the way that I flew off the handle and there's nothing working in my brain telling me not to do that. And I just threw it all on him. That's been a problem for me. I'm being honest with you guys. That's been a problem for me. It's one of the things I've talked to my therapist about a lot. Was many months now. We've had this session of me saying, I fear doing something stupid or flying off the handle and saying something stupid. And I completely destroy this thing. I can't count how many times I had that with her. Because this is a trend for me. It is. So I don't know how long this has been running, but I do have to apologize to that man. And this ain't damage control. This is me really seriously wanting to apologize. It didn't take long after I posted that I realized I messed up. But again, I was still very fired up. So I continued. First, I was just trying to dig myself out of it. Every time I tried to dig myself out of it, I said something even worse. So it is what it is. Like, I'll understand if Justin never ever speaks to me again or understands or even try. Like, I came at him. You know what I mean? It's my fault. I am an outsider in this culture. And one of the tough things about this beef, to be honest with you guys, for me, is yes, I love hip hop. Yes, I love breaking down bars. Yes, I love everything about this. It's a dream come true. But this beef was very much not racially charged, but culturally charged. And those little nuances were always tough for me. It kind of sucks when I got to go to Google to try to figure out these things that you can't learn everything from Google. You can't pick up on nuances on Google. You can't. And that's what I lack, right? I'm just trying to be a bigger man, do what's right, apologize to that man, and I'm definitely going to be taking a break from YouTube. I don't even know if I'm coming back on YouTube, to be honest with you. That's not pity party. That's just me saying, like, mentally or whatever, like, maybe this is not the best place for me to be or the best career for me, right? Unfortunately, it seems like it was, but I had this fear of doing something stupid and fucking it up, and here we are. So I don't know if I'm coming back. I don't know what I'm going to do, but obviously I got to take some time, sit down, talk to my therapist many times about what the fuck just happened. And again, my apologies to Justin Hunt, company man. I apologize. I did not mean to fire off on you like that, and I didn't mean anything in the video at all. So it is what it is, guys. I did have to do this. I didn't want this to be too long, but here we are. So see ya sometime.
I appreciate it. I think this was a great apology. It seems like sincere. He took accountability. He listed the things that he messed up on, and he's starting to understand that he don't understand. Right? So, uh, hey, I respect it. I think this was a great apology. Like I said, he took accountability, and he manned up. He understand that he was wrong in this situation, that he had no room to speak on different things, different topics. Some topics you just leave alone, man. So this is just a teachable moment. And I don't think What the Dirt should leave YouTube. Come back. Just come back and, go back to the drawing board. Do what got you in the position. Don't get lost in the sauce. Because as you said, you got lost in the sauce, right? So he got bit by that viral bug. So he was trying to outdo his last video. And I think, he was just feeling himself a little bit too much. It got very comfortable. And he felt like he could just, do anything or say anything and talk about any topics. It's not the case. So, me personally, I think this was a sincere video. I think he was being authentic. I think this is a good apology. So, What the Dirt, don't leave YouTube. Just come back better, because you do great work. You do great work. You need to come back with Meet the Grams. Do you want to know how to come back on YouTube? Come back to YouTube and break the internet by breaking down Meet the Grams. That's what you should do. Meet the Grams and not like us. Break that down, all right? But other than that, man, y'all leave a comment down below. Y'all let me know. Do y'all forgive What the Dirt? Do you think his apology is sincere? Do you think he's just backtracking? Do you think he's moonwalking? Do you think he's trying to do damage control? What do y'all think? In closing out, I think he's being sincere. And everybody mess up. But me personally, I do not want the Dirt to leave YouTube, because he's good at what he's doing. Just come back better. All right. It's your boy Dan D signing out.